That steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
And yeah, we'll go from there. Shout out to Megan Hall down there in the A holding it down. This was a very interesting thing for me. Like I said, this is the one thing I'm looking forward to in Atlanta the most, kind of specific stuff of Haley Jones. I think this season is her last season in Atlanta to prove herself, to remain with the organization. Because like I said, in the WNBA, once you kind of let go by the team that you're drafted by, a lot of times you kind of get lost into no man's land if you let that happen. So you're floating from team to team. You don't really have a standing point. And I really believed in Haley coming out of Stanford. She led her team to a national championship. She's by far the best player on the court a lot of those games. And she was kind of like a Magic Johnson, a tall point guard who could run all 5 positions. And so, yeah, I had a lot of belief in her coming into the league. And she had a very, very good rookie season before having a disappointing sophomore season to the point where she was hesitant to the point it just really affected her game offensively. She wasn't even looking at the basket when she got the ball. She was very predictable on offense because she wasn't looking at the basket. She wasn't looking for her own shots. So with the new system, a new coach, I always wondered how she was going to run with it because he shoots a lot of threes, it's run and gun. And Haley is a slasher who does not shoot at all. She shot a couple times because people were like, shoot, Haley. That's not really her forte. That's not really her game. She's a slasher, distributor, back to the basket player as well, since she's so tall. But we will see what happens this season. I'm very interested to see the Haley Jones thing. That's like the one thing I'm looking at in Atlanta this season. Anyways, let's go. This question is from Michael Waterloo from the Windsider. Okay. All right.
Yeah, really excited about it. I think the past few years, it's kind of been I didn't play point guard, so that's really the only thing that I played. I think that I did the best that I could, but I think moving into the system where Carl allowed me to play 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a lot of movement. I'm able to set the screens, come off the screens, do both in a single possession. It's really fun. My teammates are getting used to me setting screens and rolling down, and then still coming off them, so it's really exciting. And I feel like my entire skill set is really being used, and I can do everything I want to do. So it's a lot of freedom, and him learning to trust me in that freedom. So we're getting it.
So it sounded like essentially she was just saying like she's able to do a lot more stuff in this offense, where she's doing a lot more stuff off ball. So she's heading screens and stuff like that, and being able to do that and do more things off ball as opposed to just being stationary or getting out of people's way who are isoing the ball. No shade. She says she feel like she can she can show more for her offensive versatility on that side of the floor. Moving in the system where Carl allowed me to play the 1, 2, 3, 4, to play 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of movement. I feel like my entire skill set is being used. She mentioned having the freedom to play. She finally the PG experiment is over, but I still don't see how she fits into Carl's system. What do you miss? She creates paint touches. She's forward who can dribble and pass. Her screen setting and becoming a short roll scorer facilitator. She's perfect here. Carl's system is all about checking threes, but to be fair, who knows? It would look like in the pros. You might be right. You got to go look at film. The threes are formed from driving and kicking, paint touches. Haley has never been a threat from 3, and she's not necessarily quick either, unless she's been working on those things in the offseason. I can't see her getting past anyone to drive and kick. Yo, it was a great high level conversation. She doesn't fit this team. What do you mean? She creates paint touches. She's a forward who can dribble and pass. Her screen setting and becoming a short roll facilitator. She's perfect here. Omar just like arguing, bro. What else is she gonna say for keeping it a buck? She's been a rut for years. What's the new things in her back? Where's the playmaking? How is she a better shooter as a sophomore at Stanford than as a grown professional basketball player? These are the real questions. But it will be interesting to see, like she says, she's able to show everything else. But it all comes down to shooting. I think everybody kind of agrees on that. It all comes down to shooting. Unless she's just going to be the person facilitating the shooter shooting. All right.
that steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.